Hi, welcome back to another collage video process. Today's collage, I'm going to use this beautiful children's book about gems because look at these images. So I've gone through and cut out a bunch of gems. I'm going to cut out all of them, but as you can see, I'm going through and picking out which gems would be best for this collage today. I'm using this image of spaghetti from 1955. So old, 70 years old. And I'm going to take the gems that kind of match the color of the sauce in the pasta and integrate them into the plate of spaghetti. So first I'm going through and cutting out all of these gems, not every single one, but the ones that I want to use. These white and yellow pasta toned gems I'm definitely going to use, but then I'm going to sift through the pile of gems I already have and just make sure I have all the ones I definitely want to use. And lo and behold, look what I find. Oh, the most perfect gem. It looks like sauce. I have to use this one. So I'm just looking and maneuvering everything around to see where I want this one. And I mean, you really can't get much better than that. It belongs there, clearly. And now I'm going through and looking at where the noodles are, making a slice and then pulling the gems through so it looks like they are part of the image. Like I said before, this is 70-year-old paper, so the paper is very fragile, very thin, hard to cut without tearing. So I just have to make sure I use the sharpest blade possible and then just do the best I can. Any kind of tearing that you see there will be covered up by the gem anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But the paper is significantly thinner than the paper, the glossy paper of this more modern children's book. I'm taking some of those tiny red gems and putting them on the sauce in different spaces, making little wavy lines. So again, it looks like the gems are part of the sauce and not just glued on top of it. Adding enough gems to where it looks not too much, but like just enough. Still keeping up with the same red, yellow, beige-ish type gems. I'm putting our star of the show right in the center. One more little gem on the side. Using the can, I wanted to have a gem coming out of the can as well, just like a little hint. And then I was like, well, the can says sauce with meat, but it's not meat, it's gems. There's already an E in the there's already an E in the perfect spot, and I cut out the tiniest of letters to make the can say gems instead. Trimming the edge as delicately as I can, but you know, this is just bound to happen with paper like this. But I'll give it a trim with my paper trimmer later. Going through and looking for a background that matches the tones. I wanted to keep the background, but then I kind of wanted the background to be different. So I'm sifting through this book to see what works and complements the colors I already have. And I found the one. So I'm going to trim out this entire background and then place it on the chosen background. Ta-da! I chose this one because the colors of the fall leaves match the sauce, but also there were some rocks on the right, and it I didn't want the can to seem as if it was just floating in the abyss. So it is floating, it is sitting on those rocks on the side, kind of. It might be a little bit of a stretch, but it works. Doing some framing to see how it would look once I cut the paper down, flipping it upside down to see if there's an option. Always got to flip it up and upside down to see. And then I'm gonna glue this bad boy into its new home. And now we have spaghetti and gems in the fall forest side. Oop, I lost the S while I was rolling. It was still sticky, but the S is intact now. giving it a trim for real with the paper trimmer. It's kind of crooked, but you won't be able to tell. Ta-da! Spaghetti and gems. Spaghetti sauce with gems. I hope you enjoyed this quick analog collage process. Sorry it's been a while, but I'm here now. And there's a close-up look. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a comment below and stay tuned for the next one. Bye!